Kindergarten, it's Miss Bird here. We're going to be doing some art together. Today we're going to be looking at snails. So I've got a couple of activities here for you. If you don't have paint, I have an alternative activity for you. So this is the alternative activity. This is a snail and it has some instructions up here for you. Step 1, you need to colour in your snail. So that means you colour it all in for me. It's a good idea also to even do the background. Step 2, you need to cut out on the dotted lines. So all of these dotted or dashed lines you need to cut out, and that includes the 2 that go across the middle like that. Step 3, glue. So what that means is you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles. You need to glue your picture back together just like a jigsaw puzzle. Now if you do have paint, we're going to paint a snail. We're only going to be using 3 colours for the shell of our snail. So the 3 colours that we're going to be using are called the primary colours. The primary colours are 3 colours that make up all the other colours. So the 3 primary colours are yellow, red and blue. So if I wanted, for example, orange, if I mix yellow and red, that will give me orange. If I wanted green, I can mix yellow and blue, that will give me green. And if I wanted purple, I can mix blue and red. But today we're just using the 3 primary colours. So we're just going to be using yellow, red and blue for our shell. We're going to be making a snail, so I've got my paints ready. Now, number 1 rule, whenever you paint at home, always ask mum, dad or whoever is looking after you before you get the paints out. Because they will make sure that it's all set up so that you don't make a mess and that you've got all the right materials. So you will need the paint, you will need some paper, a blank piece of paper, and finally at least 1 paintbrush. Now I've got 3 paintbrushes here, so that's enough for me. But if you've only got 1, if you have a little pot of water, you can clean your paintbrush before you put it into another colour. Let's have a look at how to do the snail using only the primary colours. Okay, I've got all of my materials organised here. I've got a little plate here with some paint all ready to go on it. I've got my paper and finally I've got my paintbrushes. To start off, we're going to do the shell of our snail. So for that, I'm going to go with blue. What we're going to do is, I'm going to do a smaller circle, then around the smaller circle I'm going to use a different colour, do a bigger circle around it, and then I'll use my 3rd colour and go around that. It's really important when you do this not to mix the colours up. Now I'm going to speed up the camera while I do this. Okay, I've finished doing the shell of my snail. It looks a bit like a bullseye. The next bit is I need to do the head of my snail, and I can even add in a little bit of a tail. So I'm going to get my paintbrush. Now to do the head and body of my snail, I can use one of the colours I've already used, but at this point I'm also happy for you to use a different colour. So in my case, I'm going to use a green. So I'm going to add the head on my snail, and I'm even going to add a little bit of a tail. So once again, I'm going to speed up the camera. Okay, there we have it. My snail is all finished. It's got its primary colours on the shell, and then I've used a different colour for its body and its head. So have fun with this. I hope you enjoy making your snail using the primary colours. Remember, the primary colours are red, yellow and blue. Have fun!